Welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen meeting. This meeting is an emergency meeting for the historic blizzard storm, excuse me, January 26, 2015. Time being 5 p.m., I call the meeting to order. Chief, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag?
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, we have an announcement tonight, and that is that the Board of Selectmen's regularly scheduled meeting tonight on the Central Street project has been rescheduled to Monday, February 23rd, 2015 at 7:30 p.m. at Town Hall. That's the Central Street project meeting has been scheduled for Monday, February 23rd, 2015 at 7:30 p.m. at Town Hall. And our emergency business. Number one is discuss state of emergency declaration. As some of you know, you probably haven't got home from work yet, but the governor has declared a state of emergency in Massachusetts. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Comments?
if there's any federal funds that come out of this situation, after it's concluded, what the federal government will require is that the local authorities declare a state of emergency in order to be eligible for any federal funds. So it's necessary at this juncture that the Board of Selectmen follow suit with the governor in declaring a state of emergency in the town of Raleigh.
Okay. So is there any further discussion? Do we want to read the governor's? I don't think we want to go through all that, do we?
No, we have a motion prepared. If you just want to call for a motion, the vice chairman will proceed.
Okay, we do have a declaration of a state of emergency, and I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I, Joseph Perry, move that the Raleigh Board of Selectmen declare a state of emergency effective January 26, 2015, until further notice.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion made and seconded. Is there any comment? Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the declaration of emergency signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Sure. Oh,
Get it to Jack, and we'll give it back to Joe.
sure. Good. Joe?
Deb, do you want to witness that?
Yeah, okay, do that after.
Okay. Okay, under emergency business, item number 2. And that is closing of town administrative offices and library during historic blizzard. Raleigh Town Hall, Raleigh Town Hall Annex, and Senior Center, and the Raleigh Public Library will be closed on Tuesday, January 27, 2015, and reopening at noon on Wednesday, January 29, 2015. Additionally, the Town Hall offices, excluding the Board of Selectmen, will be closed at 5 p.m. today.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry, there was a typo. It's January 28th.
28, okay. I'll modify the,
Sorry about that.
do we need a vote on that, Deb?
If the board would like to vote on that, and that we're directing that the staff not report to work as such, and so that their absent will be listed as an administrative day,
Okay.
as directed by the Board of Selectmen.
Any discussion?
Nope.
Entertain a motion that we accept that.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Emergency business number 3, update from REMA Director, James Broderick, on storm conditions.
Okay, starting last year, they started naming winter storms, and this year, this one is Juno. So, just, if you hear snowstorm Juno, that's what this is.
Oh, is that Juneau, Alaska?
J-U-N-O, Juneau, Alaska.
Juneau?
Also, I'd like to just point out is, there's 2 apps that you can put on your smartphones. One is called Ping 4, the number 4 alerts, or Massachusetts alerts. And what you do is you upload these from either your iPhone or Android-based phone. And when the state sends out information, you get it automatically to your phone. You just go into your, the iTunes store or the Google store, and you can download them, and they come right to your phone. So they'll give you information. So if people would like to do that, it's free, so it wouldn't hurt. I have them on both my phones, and you'll get everything that pertains to Massachusetts. As of 11:30 this morning, Governor Baker did post a travel ban starting at midnight tonight. We'd like to have everybody stay off the roads. There is some exemptions to this ban, and I'll kind of mention them to you. Call them back later. I'll just go all over them. Governor Baker has issued a travel ban beginning at midnight tonight. A copy of the executive order I gave it to you. The travel ban will be lifted on a county-by-county basis as conditions allow. Exemptions to the travel ban are as follows. It's public safety vehicles, sworn and civilian public safety personnel, including those providing services at correctional facilities, and private sector security personnel. Public works vehicles and public works personnel, including contract personnel supporting public works operations. Public transportation vehicles and public transportation personnel, including contract personnel supporting public transportation operations. Government personnel conducting official business. Utility company vehicles and personnel, including contract personnel supporting utility response and restoration efforts. Personnel directly supporting storm response operations, including but not limited to emergency shelter personnel. Personnel supporting human services facilities, including but not limited to the residential housing programs and human services shelter operations. Healthcare personnel, including home healthcare personnel and personal care assistants. Personnel delivering or supporting services at healthcare facilities, including those that provide long-term care and mental health care, as well as hospitals and other healthcare facilities. Vehicles and personnel providing critical supplies to healthcare facilities, including those to provide long-term care and mental health care, as well as hospitals and other healthcare facilities. The news media, private sector snow removal equipment engaged in or traveling in connection with the removal of clearance of snow and ice from public or private sector facilities. Patients traveling for the purpose of receiving urgent critical care, and persons traveling with those patients who are necessary to facilitate that urgent critical care. Travel necessary to maintain critical private sector facilities and services and operations, and to deliver or support critical private sector services and supplies in critical infrastructure sectors such as energy, fuel, finance systems, and provision of critical commodities. And finally, travel to support business operations and provide critical services to the public, including gasoline stations, pharmacies, food stores, and hardware stores. Everybody else he's asking that you please stay home. The other thing I would like to add to it is, in the event we should lose power, and hopefully we won't, please do not use barbecue grills, propane gas grills. Use your oven for heat inside your house. If you're using a generator, make sure it's not anywhere near a window or a house, or in your garage. Keep it from a safe distance from things. Even though we have people in the station tonight, it could take a while for us to get there. And if we kind of watch what we do, emergencies will be kept at a minimum. Also, if you have a snow blower, don't use your hand to unclog the chute. The newer ones anyway have an attachment, or use a broom handle to clear out the chute. Don't use your hands. Again, it's going to take us a while to get there. If we need a shelter, right now the Red Cross is opening a regional shelter up in Methuen. They will try to open one up closer if the need warrants, but that would be our closest shelter that we have. I have talked to Seaview, and if we need the short-term warming center, we can bring people up to Seaview. That's pretty much it right now, unless anybody has a specific question.
I just have a comment. I did get your email, but I was out of the house
Okay.
at Harbor Freight, and they sold out on 10 generators, 8,750 kilowatts inside of a half hour. So people were there trying to do what they could, and there were other guys in line trying to buy them that they ran out.
Oh, one more thing too, if you have a hydrant in your house, we would appreciate your assistance in keeping them clear as much as you can.
Yeah, Chief, I could add a little bit to that also. One is if you have neighbors that are elderly or sickly, please try to check in on them and make sure that they're okay, and if they need any assistance to certainly call emergency management and get that assistance. Just kind of keep an eye on them, particularly if they need to get cleaned out or something like that. We do our best to try to help them. And also, if there's any power lines down, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it is power, but you really should know before you even go near it. And my advice is to stay completely away from it. It could be telephone, it could be cable, or it could very well be power. And if there's anything down like that, certainly call Communication Center and let the light department know, and they will be out. Actually, they're going to be staffing tonight at 12
Yes.
and be running right through till the end of the storm. So if you see anything that's down, don't try to move it, don't go near it, just give us a call, and we'll be out there to take care of it.
I assume it's live.
Absolutely alive.
Yeah.
And just because you think you know it's a telephone line, that doesn't mean that it is a telephone line.
That's right.
So just stay away from it completely. We don't need any tragedies caused by that during this storm. So we appreciate that. So Chief, have you got anything you want to add? Chief of
You
Police
guys have
Parker?
covered most everything, but I'd just like to remind people that if you are out driving and you go off the road in this type of weather, someone may not see you for a while, so it's all the more reason to make sure that you let people know when you're leaving and where you're headed to, so that if you turn up missing, we can at least have an idea where to look for you. But best if you just stay home and be comfortable.
Right. Well, after midnight, that's what you really need to do.
Correct.
So-
You know, there are still, and you know, people need to remember this, there are still a lot of people that are exempted that are gonna be going back and forth, so the streets aren't necessarily gonna be empty. So
Right.
don't be out there in the middle of the street thinking there's gonna be no cars.
Yeah,
'Cause
rollerblading.
There will be some, there will be some traffic.
You don't need anybody out there rollerblading tonight, that's for
Right,
sure.
well,
Probably a good idea to carry a blanket in your car too.
A blanket,
Yeah.
flashlights.
Flashlight.
Reflective, if you have reflective vests or something like that.
Charge your cell phones
Cell
up, your
phone. Absolutely,
iPads
yeah.
and your laptops, and charge them all up now.
And also be careful of candles.
Yeah.
If you're going to burn a candle, put it in a metal or glass container and make sure that it's out before you go to bed. It's very important. So, Patrick, our highway surveyor, have you got anything you want to add?
Just to second what the chief said, you know, if you don't have to be out in the road, don't leave your home. Just, there's no need for it. There's nothing that pressing. You will be able to get out of your home eventually. But during the storm, there's no need. Just allow the crews to work. It's gonna be the quickest way to get everything cleaned up. And I would appreciate everybody's patience when it comes to snow removal and plowing and everything like that. I know it can be stressful, but all the crews are just trying to do their job and make the roads safe for everybody.
Yeah, particularly a multi-day operation. It's
No
Just-
parking on the street.
no parking at all, right. But with a multi-day operation, the guys do get kind of worn out, so
Yep.
just be more patient with them.
Right.
We really don't need you banging the sides of the trucks with shovels because they blocked you in your driveway.
Right.
They're only trying to do their job.
Yep.
And make sure that everybody else can get around. We are sorry that happens, but
Right.
unfortunately, that's the way it works, so.
Right,
just,
and they do such an awesome job anyway, and we do want to support them and stay, keep the vehicles as far away from the edge of the street as you can to give them the best shot that they can in moving the snow out.
Yeah.
We try not to fill everybody's driveway in, but if the road's unplowed, even though your driveway's clear, you're not gonna get down the road very well.
Exactly. And, you
Exactly.
know, with a smaller storm, it's not bad, but with something like this is coming,
Yeah, you're gonna have,
it's
people are
gonna
gonna
be,
wake up to large snowbank and it's just
Yeah.
in their driveway.
yeah, so. But there's no other place to put it?
That's right.
Okay, is there anything else anybody wants
I
to
just
say?
said, Chief, I was able to download that ping 4 alerts. It's like that, so.
It'll go off a lot tonight.
What? Okay.
Don't yell at me tomorrow.
Mr. Chairman, I just
Yes.
wanted to let you know, there is a problem on the outbound trains coming out of Boston on the Newburyport and Rockport lines. The Beverly Salem Bridge is out, the train bridge.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So,
wow.
there's quite a big situation going on at North Station because all the people are leaving work and
Wow.
they're stuck.
Oh, boy.
So
Whoa.
And as of midnight, there'll be no T service.
Right,
That's
There'll be
how
no
they're gonna
T
shut down.
service tomorrow,
all day.
Oh,
but they've got hundreds that are stuck now at North Station.
wow,
Oh, boy.
wow. That's not good.
That's bad,
No.
bad timing.
You have to bring transit buses around all three boy to get
Yeah.
them
They
home.
can't even get the trains out of Boston. There's
No, I
big
mean the buses.
They were gonna bus from Salem to Beverly, and then you'd get back on your respective route, either Rockport or Newburyport. But they're not even able to get the trains out. They've got about 2 hours backlog.
Wow,
Wow.
a lot of people.
So there
too.
could be a lot of Rowley commuters that are having a,
Yeah, so if anybody's
stressful
expecting
time.
somebody, they're watching us now, we're expecting somebody home on the train, hopefully they've called you on their cell phone, but if they haven't, that's the reason they're not making it. It's because of the bridge is out, Beverly Salem Bridge, wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else? You folks get anything else?
Yep.
Okay.
That's-
The next item is adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, folks. If you're watching us, hopefully things work out well for you. And a week from now, we won't even remember it. Hopefully.
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 So,
For now, we'll be celebrating the Patriots' victory.
yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully,
That'd be
well,
good.
that'll go along with it. That'll be good. So thank you and good night.